I think it's very natural to ask help
Mm,
because when teenager want to do something, most of the time they cannot do it by themselves because
mm,
maybe it's because they are too young,
mm,
legitimately they are not allowed to do many other things.
mm,
So it's very natural to tell you that when I was in child, I think, and it's same for my children as well, that they need their parents, right?
mm,
So well, whether they wanted to or not, I think it's very natural for them to ask for anything for help. And what makes young people safe enough? Maybe in your teenager, when I'm teenager, I think it's mostly similar, but I think those time is the time when you need to be evaluated most of the time, because you are at school or you are going to so for anywhere. But whatever you do, people will say is you are a good kid or a bad kid or you are a student, and
mm,
whether you have a good score or bad score, something like this. And those kind of things makes young people depend themselves, I think, because
mm,
when you feel that you are observed and you are evaluated, assessed by other people, then you start to think like, oh, I have to convince them that I am eligible to do something, something like this. Then when the mood is going to this direction, I think they try to become very cautious. Their behaviors and their thoughts, and they don't want to expose real thoughts, real feelings, and so on. If the things like it changed in this way, then it become very difficult to ask for help because asking help means that there are some vulnerability that you have in your life that you need support from other people outside, right? So exposing those kind of emotion or action or behavior itself is somehow saying, non-verbally maybe, or verbally, that you are not strong enough or something, whether you know it, whether you want it or not. So because of those kind of things, young people may try to hide themselves
mm,
and not to show themselves to the other people. That's somehow I believe, when you are trying not to ask for help. So that's my experience,
mm,
and I think it's not only for the young people. Actually, it's
mm,
same in everywhere.
mm,
But the circumstance is making you guys more to depend yourself, probably because you are in school, and that's the time you need to get evaluated because of those whatever high school, middle school, or whatever school, any schools. Because
mm,
if you get higher score, then you will get you will go to a better school or something like that.
mm.
So because of those circumstances, I think it's very, how can I say, difficult time for the young people, to ask for help, especially. That's what I was thinking.
I'm not the person who can easily ask for help, even to my parents. I
Mm,
haven't ever said, Mom, Dad, help me. Yeah. But I'm in 40s now, and I realize that asking for help to someone sometimes is very encouraging others and supporting others. I mean, they can feel, he needs me,
mm,
she needs me. I'm a very important person. So I'm talented and I'm a very valuable person. So I'm sometimes when someone asks some help to me, I feel, I'm very talented person.
mm, mm,
I'm good enough.
mm,
So yeah, you don't need to feel like that. But depending on what kind of help.
mm,
But if you think the help is must be proper and good enough to ask, you can just try.
mm,
You can have a good relationship with someone.
Sometimes people see that we are struggling, but we are not
mm,
willing to ask because of this is not the cultures that we are spoken about the asking for help. But normally they
mm,
are willing to help us because we
mm,
don't want to give them a kind of a burdens, or we don't want to make them in the same situation or difficult. Don't want to waste their time or energy.
mm,
So we are not willing to ask, but we are a bit expecting their help. So we hope that they are voluntarily helping us. That is actually in our mind. So that
mm,
is also one of the cultures in the Asian, I think not only Korea or Japan as well. So people voluntarily say that, oh yeah, can I help? Oh, are you're going? If
mm,
you insist, okay, something that way. Most of the Asian culture, not only here.
Like you said, Japanese or Koreans are hesitant to ask for help, but maybe it's because when we have a culture like if someone asks me for help, then we better help them.
mm,
That's what we are expected to do, right? But well, I don't know, I'm not sure about this one, but I think when you have a very strong and a healthy boundary with other people in a relationship, then maybe people can ask you help. but whether they will accept it or not, it's up to them. If you can accept those kind of boundary easily, and if you are in a culture where people easily ask and they can also accept rejections, well, without hating these kind of people, or even if you are asked, you can say no. But I can say no, but that doesn't mean that I don't want you or something. It's okay. Our relationship is still good, but I don't want that one. If you are in this kind of cultural background, I think people can easily ask questions or easily ask for help, but they can also accept if they don't, help them. If you are in a two different cultural background, where in our side we are in a culture where we are expected to support those people when we are asked, but if you are in a different place where people can help, or whether regardless of really actually helping or not, it's not a big deal. If it is the culture in that place, then I think maybe people will even feel easier to ask for help. I'm not sure which one is better, but maybe that there is no such a thing like a better in that case. But I think small difference may be existing.
In Korea, there is and also in our cultures, including Japan and Korea, expose our emotion, especially those happy emotion is still acceptable, but angry, this kind of emotion, if we show that I'm angry or something, then it's kind of an impression of immature. So we have to control our emotion, not to show that, and we pretend I'm okay every time. So that kind of a negative emotion always having this kind of constraint in us, because we want to have a good showing face in society. That is another reason that normally help is the situation that I am in a weakness conditions. So we cannot ask for help because of that one. That one is also kind of like a keeping face or something.
But I think that's also related to educational thing. Like Jane said, people are hesitant to ask for help because it is exposing my emotion. Usually when you ask for help, you are weak and you need support by other people, right? And people are thinking that this kind of emotion is immature, like she said. But we need to understand that those kind of exposing emotion does not really mean that they are weak. Everyone has their emotion, and everyone has their own emotions, and it's very important when you want to see whether it's true or not, or whether it's something that when you are dealing with other people in conversation as well, because many people are saying that we need to deal with the fact in a conversation, but the fact does not really guarantee that work itself is moving forward. When you want to have a talk and when you want to resolve the problem, then you need to seek for the emotions that the other people on your side or opposite of your side are thinking and feeling. That's one way that you can understand those people. So I think that's a very big mistake and the misunderstanding that people are saying that showing emotion means you are weak. But that's not true, actually. Even there is a young woman or man who is crying, but they can still be very strong as well. So I think that's a very big misconceptions that people should change their mind, that emotion is emotion and the fact is fact, and they still need to understand both are a very big and a good key factor that we need to understand each other when they do the communication.
And I guess this is not only for teenagers issue, because also we have never learned about figuring out our feeling or how to manage our feeling, because I cannot know sometimes how I feel. Is it anger or sadness or what kind of feeling I feel now? So I think we have to learn about how I feel and also how to manage our feelings. Yeah, this is very important issue even to our 40s and 50s too. Yeah.
I think in this point, Japan is more serious than Korea, because of what I know is you have the words like tatemae, something like showing a good face to others, right? That is very important. So what I saw that even in a very serious disaster condition, like tsunami time also, those who lost everything, their house or their everything, but when interviewed, still they have a little bit of awkward smile there. They don't show that emotion. Oh yeah, I lost everything, something like this way. So it is a kind of very strange in case of Korea, because even we have a same kind of education or this kind of cultures, but still in that kind of disaster, Korean people, they show anger and sadness in front of media. But I saw that the Japanese still they keep their emotion well controlled even in this kind of situation. Why is that? You got trained this way or educated that way in family? Your mom asking you to do that?
Yeah, like showing the angry or like sadness is like not good to show it, because it becomes like, if someone watching that emotion, it's like someone like feels annoying, because of like angry. It's not like,
it is mainly because of you don't want to make any interruptions to others.
In Japan, like we say, do you know like Japanese like docho atsuryok? A peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Yeah, we can't like show emotion.
So does that mean even you are very angry, somebody take yours, and you are very angry when you were a child, and then if you want to shout, but there is old people surrounding you having some kind of expectation, okay, calm down, somebody will buy you one more time, or kind of so there is unfair condition.
Unfair. It's really unfair. So that's the problem.
So basically, if you are in a cultural background where people are focusing on more about the relationship between the people, I think those kind of peer pressure can be even higher. And because of China, Japan, and Korea are in a culture where we think the community is more important than just one person, right? So that's probably one of the reasons why we in Asian countries are feeling those kind of things more than Western people, because in Western people there are bigger individualisms. And say people think that they, me, myself is more important than our community. So probably that's but I think keeping those boundary, relationship boundary, I think that's one way that we can keep and protect ourselves whenever you feel the peer pressure as well.
The culture is not easily you can change yourself because of this you raised in that way. So I want to be more independent and more individualized. Then people do not fully understand about what it is. They become sometimes selfish. So no, I want my one, something like that. So you can make your own voice. That is more on the side of the individualism. Normally, I will do more, make my voice. But you have your very strong conflict inside of you because our culture is already very strongly ingrained in us. So okay, I will do, and you need to overcome yourself to say out loud about what you want. So it is more difficult conflict within yourself.